That a large sum hot dog? It's not a loss leader. It's the most profitable weapon in retail history. And Costco almost broke itself trying to keep the price. It's 1985. Costco is barely 2 years old. Jim Sinegal, the co-founder, is staring at a problem. The food court is losing money. Every hot dog sold costs more to make than the large sum price tag. His board wants a price hike, but Sinegal says no, and that decision will reshape the entire company. Why refuse a simple fix? Because Sinegal understood something most retailers don't. The hot dog wasn't food, it was a signal, a promise. If Costco raises that price, the trust breaks. And trust, once broken, is nearly impossible to rebuild. Let's rewind. Costco opened its first warehouse in Seattle in 1983. The model was simple: sell bulk goods at razor-thin margins. But the founders needed a way to get people in the door: a cheap lunch. Something so absurdly low-priced, it felt like stealing. The hot dog combo was born, a large sum for a quarter-pound beef frank and a soda. That price was already a loss, but Sinegal knew the math. If a family drives 20 minutes to Costco, buys gas, and shops for groceries, that hot dog is just the anchor. The real profit happens in the aisles. By 95, Costco had 200 stores. The hot dog was iconic, but inflation was creeping up. Beef prices rose. Soda syrup costs climbed. The large sum price tag went from slightly unprofitable to a serious drain. Some analysts estimated the food court lost millions annually. Internal pressure mounted. The CFO brought spreadsheets showing the exact loss per dog. Sinegal didn't budge. He told a story. A grandmother once brought her grandson to Costco just for the hot dog. She didn't buy anything else that day, but she came back next week and spent $200. That story defined Costco's philosophy. The hot dog wasn't a product. It was a loss leader that built lifetime value. But here's the twist. It wasn't a loss leader at all. By 2000, Costco had found a way to make the large sum hot dog profitable. How? By owning the entire supply chain. Costco bought its own hot dog plant. In 2009, they acquired a beef processing facility. They cut out the middlemen. The cost per hot dog dropped dramatically. Suddenly, the large sum price wasn't a loss anymore. It was a break-even, then slightly profitable. But the real win was something else. The hot dog became a traffic driver. Studies showed that shoppers who ate at the food court spent 20% more than those who didn't. The cheap lunch made them stay longer. They browsed more aisles, they impulse bought. The hot dog was the key that unlocked the entire store's revenue. But then came 2018. A crisis. The hot dog supplier, Kirkland Signature's own brand, faced a quality issue. The buns were stale, the ketchup dispensers broke, customers complained online, social media erupted. The large sum hot dog was suddenly a PR disaster. Costco's response was radical. They replaced the entire bun recipe. They redesigned the food court layout. They trained staff to watch the buns like hawks. The hot dog was too important to fail. If the icon breaks, the trust breaks. And trust is the only thing Costco sells. Meanwhile, competitors watched in disbelief. Sam's Club raised their hot dog price to a large sum. Then a large sum. They couldn't match Costco's supply chain. Costco had built a moat, a literal concrete and steel moat around a large sum hot dog, and it made them billions. Let's talk numbers. By 2022, Costco sold over 200 million hot dogs annually. At a large sum each, that's $300 million in revenue. But the real profit came from the membership fees. Each hot dog shopper was a potential 120 annual membership buyer. The hot dog was a sales funnel, not a product. Here's the counterintuitive part. Most retailers would have raised the price years ago. They'd grab the short-term profit. Costco didn't. Why? Because Sinegal said, "We're not in the hot dog business. We're in the loyalty business." That one sentence explains everything. In 2020, inflation spiked. Beef prices surged 30%. The hot dog's margin vanished again. Analysts screamed for a price increase. Costco's new CEO, Craig Jelinek, went on record. He said, "If you raise the price of the hot dog, I'll kill you." Deadpan, he wasn't joking. Jelinek's threat became a meme, but it revealed a deeper truth. The hot dog wasn't a financial asset. It was a cultural anchor. In a world of endless price gouging, Costco offered one thing that never changed. That consistency built a brand so strong, customers forgave other mistakes. By 2024, Costco had over 850 warehouses worldwide. Revenue hit $250 billion. The hot dog still cost a large sum. And here's the kicker. The food court accounted for less than 1% of revenue, but it drove membership renewals. Membership fees alone generated over $4 billion in profit. The hot dog was the bait. The lesson for founders? Stop optimizing for the product. Optimize for the signal. The cheap hot dog wasn't cheap. It was a signal of value. Every time a customer bought one, they were reminded, Costco fights for me. That emotional connection is impossible to replicate with discounts or ads. But there's a dark side. In 2023, a lawsuit accused Costco of false advertising. Customers claimed the hot dog image on the menu didn't match reality. The bun looked bigger, the meat looked juicier. Costco settled. The hot dog's reputation took a hit. Trust once cracked needs constant repair. Costco responded aggressively. They redesigned the menu images. They hired food stylists. They issued a public apology. The hot dog is now photographed in controlled lighting. Because when you build an empire on a large sum promise, even a small lie can crumble the foundation. The CEO later admitted, "We almost lost the plot." The hot dog wasn't just a product, it was a symbol of Costco's identity, a promise that the company wouldn't sell out. In an era of inflation, shrinkflation, and corporate greed, that cheap hot dog became a moral stance. So what's the final takeaway? The large sum hot dog isn't profitable because of the ingredients. It's profitable because it creates a feedback loop. Cheap hot dog, happy customer, membership renewal, more spending. That loop has generated billions, and it all started with one stubborn decision. Next time you bite into that at a large sum hot dog, remember, you're not eating a product. You're eating a 40-year bet on human psychology, a bet that trust beats profit every single time. If you want to build a business that lasts, find your own hot dog and never, ever raise the price. If you love this story, subscribe now. We dig into one more counterintuitive business win every week. Hit the bell so you don't miss the next lesson, because the best strategies are the ones that look crazy until they make